Learn English through story. The Last Wish. In the heart of a sprawling city, there lived an elderly man named Robert. Robert was known throughout his neighborhood not for his wealth or stature, but for his wisdom and his unparalleled generosity. He had lived a life full of love, having been married to his late wife, Clara, for 50 beautiful years. Clara had passed away a decade earlier, leaving Robert with memories that filled their quaint house, which he now occupied alone. Robert's only daughter, Emily, was his pride and joy. She had grown up under the shadow of her parents' unwavering love, absorbing their values and principles. Emily had moved to another city for work but visited her father regularly, ensuring he never felt lonely. One day, Robert was diagnosed with a terminal illness. The doctors gave him a few months to live. This news, while shocking, did not break his spirit. Instead, it gave him a sense of urgency to fulfill one last wish, to leave behind a legacy of kindness. Robert decided to spend his remaining days performing acts of kindness. He believed that these acts would not only make his final days meaningful but would also inspire others to continue spreading kindness. His first act of kindness was directed toward his neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, a widow who lived in solitude. Robert visited her with homemade meals, engaging her in conversations that brightened her days. Word of Robert's kindness began to spread. People in the neighborhood started noticing the change in Mrs. Jenkins. Her once gloomy demeanor was replaced with a newfound zest for life. Inspired by Robert, a group of neighbors decided to volunteer at the local shelter, providing food and company to the homeless. Robert's next endeavor was to help a young boy named Tim, who lived down the street. Tim had lost his father in a car accident and his mother struggled to make ends meet. Robert offered to tutor Tim in math and science, subjects the boy found difficult. Under Robert's patient guidance, Tim's grades improved significantly. The boy's newfound confidence was palpable, and his mother expressed her gratitude with tears in her eyes. As the weeks passed, Robert's health began to decline. He moved slower, and his voice grew weaker, but his determination never wavered. One crisp autumn morning, he called Emily and asked her to come home. There was something important he needed to discuss with her. Emily arrived the next day, concerned about her father's fragile state. Robert, however, greeted her with a warm smile. They sat together in the living room, surrounded by photographs and mementos of their shared past. "Emily," Robert began, his voice trembling slightly, "I don't have much time left. But there's something I need you to understand. I've spent these last few months trying to make a difference, no matter how small, in people's lives. It's given me a sense of purpose, and I want you to carry on this legacy of kindness." Emily nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. "Dad, your actions have already inspired so many people. The neighborhood feels different, warmer, because of you." Robert reached out and took her hand. "Kindness, my dear, is a ripple. It starts small, but it can spread far and wide. Promise me that you'll continue to spread these ripples." Emily hugged her father tightly, promising to honor his wish. Over the next few weeks, she watched as her father's health deteriorated further. Despite his pain, Robert continued to smile and offer words of encouragement to those around him. One chilly winter night, Robert passed away peacefully in his sleep. The neighborhood mourned the loss of a man who had touched so many lives. At his funeral, people from all walks of life gathered to pay their respects. Stories of his kindness were shared, each one a testament to the legacy he left behind. Emily decided to channel her grief into action. She organized a community group dedicated to acts of kindness. They called themselves Robert's Ripples, in honor of her father. The group engaged in various activities, from helping elderly neighbors with chores to organizing fundraising events for local charities. Years passed, and Robert's ripples grew in size and impact. Emily's father's philosophy of kindness had taken root in the hearts of many. One day, while volunteering at a soup kitchen, Emily met a young man who introduced himself as Tim. He was now a successful engineer, and he had come to volunteer in honor of the man who had helped him when he needed it most. "Your father changed my life," Tim said, his voice filled with gratitude. "He taught me more than just math and science. He taught me the importance of giving back." Emily smiled, feeling her father's presence in that moment. She realized that the ripples of his kindness had indeed spread far and wide, touching lives in ways she could never have imagined. The legacy of Robert's kindness continued to flourish, proving that a single person's actions, no matter how small, can create a lasting impact. And as the years went by, the ripples of his generosity expanded, carried forward by those who had been inspired by his example. In the end, Robert's wish had come true. His life had been a testament to the power of kindness, a beacon of hope in a world that often needed it the most. And through the efforts of Robert's ripples, his spirit lived on, a reminder that every act of kindness, no matter how small, can create a ripple that changes the world. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.